Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lisa Galloway. If it's your first time, welcome. If you've been here before, thanks for coming back. Have a little bit of a head cold, so maybe sounding a little hoarse from time to time, but I am here. Okay, guys, today we're going to be talking about, let me ask you a question. How many times do you visit a salon throughout the year? Well, the answer may be depending on the gut you have, the maintenancing that it takes. Today we're going to be talking about hair. Keep watching if this is something that you think you may be needing a little bit of information.
If you're here, then you woke up today. And that is a blessing. Don't take that for granted. Don't waste it.
All right, ladies. I'm going to go ahead and start. I'm kind of like doing my hair how I normally do after I blow dry it. So my hair is probably about maybe, I think 2 days after wash. But this is kind of what I do when I'm ready to have a little bit of a curl in my hair. Now, before I continue, let me kind of tell you, first of all, what type of texture my hair is, because it's going to really make a difference when I'm talking about products. It really does make a difference on how you want your hair to look, what you're putting on your hair as far as your products, for it to do what you want it to do. So my hair is at its natural curly. Let me explain. It's not curly kinky, but it's curly. Therefore, when it dries naturally, it's gonna dry extremely curly, like really like tight ringlets. So I blow dry my hair straight. There's times when I let it air dry if I want it to have the natural kind of curl in my hair, but most of the time it is blown out straight. My haircut has it for that, and everything else that I use as far as in products. So if you have curly, wavy hair, this may definitely pertain to something that you can use as far as what I'm going to talk about today. But the general conversation, like I started to say, is like, how often do you visit the salon, right? I'll be honest with you, I will go back and forth when it comes to how often I feel like I do want to visit the salon. If I have my hair colored, guys, then for the most part, I'm going to have to be going in more often, right? So that my roots, once it starts to show my natural color, then I'm going to need to have it retouched. So you're looking at between 4 to 6, maybe you can push to 8 weeks. That's a lot. That's a lot of visits to the salon. So if you're not prepared to actually go in and take the time or the cost of it, because let's face it, it's an expense, then stay away from doing kind of any color to your hair that you can't do at home. What I mean by that is that you can do some of the own kind of at-home coloring, whether you're trying to fill in some of your grays, or maybe you're just trying to lighten it a little bit. That's different, and therefore you can do that. But I'm talking about going to the actual salon and spending the money. Before I continue, so that I can show you what tool I'm using. So this one is not affiliated, but I have been using Lange products for a while, but I love their flat iron, curly iron combo, okay? It's called a duo, therefore hence it's a combination tool. And it allows you to like flat iron or curl your hair, which I love the combination of that. So I've got it plugged in. It has an built-in fan, which is gonna kick on for a little bit, and then I'm gonna turn it off so that you can actually hear me talk today. But it's actually a pretty cool concept because it allows your hair to cool down as it curls, so the curl can hold tighter, which I like that, that feature. So Listen to it now. Come on. Don't make a fool out of me. Of course it's not gonna get cut, right? Maybe I have it off already. I did. But you hear the sound, right? So again, I just kind of break my hair up and I do like not tight curls, just to kind of get a little bit of a curl underneath my hair. But let's turn the fan off so that we can hear, you can hear me. Okay, so color is an issue as far as how often you're gonna go to the salon. The other thing for me personally, as far as how often I'm gonna go to the salon, is when, because as I said, my hair is curly, so I will have it relaxed. There's different ways, different forms of relaxers, guys. Like I've tried them all. I have been relaxing my hair since a very young age. And so I feel like I've tried enough to know kind of like what my hair handles best. You have to be careful who you go to, because you don't want your hair to get burnt off if the person is not familiar with your texture of hair. So believe me when I tell you that it takes a while to find someone when you either recently moved to an area that you can trust. You know, our hair is like so important on a number of levels, right? So do your research. Now at the end, and I'll include it in my descriptions down below, locally who I use. If you're in the Florida South area and you want to give them a try, then I have two, one in the central part of Florida and another in the southern part of Florida. Both gems, both great girls. And again, it's taken me a lot of time and trial to find somebody. So definitely give that person a try. Okay, so going back, guys, like this is another thing that I feel like it will also keep you at the salon maybe more times than you were planning for or hoping for various reasons. And the other reason could be like your cut. I have a undercut, which I have decided to, I'm still on the fence about buying like something that I can kind of do at home, because it does start to add up when I'm going every 4 weeks to 5 weeks to get that undercut shaved. And I do it not for the reasons that I think most people would think. I think some people think that I do it for the style or a certain look. That's not the case for me. I like to get it done because it really does cut like my blow drying time by half. Half of your hair is gone. And I don't want to spend that time doing, blow drying my hair. So it cuts it out by a lot. Now my hair, going back to the texture, not only is it curly, but it's between like a fine hair and not a lot. So I don't have a lot of hair. So that also makes the curl different for someone that has curly hair and a lot of hair. The texture is going to look very different. So that's another thing to kind of keep in mind when you are looking for products for your hair. And also, yeah, that's going to make a big difference, like what you're using. The other thing that I've noticed, I lived in California for many, many years. Kind of was raised over there partially, and married and had my son and lived just in California for a lot of decades. So California has a very dry climate, and when I moved to Florida, that was a big change. And it took me a while to not only find products that I clearly needed to change because of the climate from dry to humid, it just didn't work. And even when I go back home to, and I always kind of call California home, even though I've been living in Florida for a very long time. I call home actually California and New York because I was born in New York. So when I go back to visit, I actually need to make sure that I have those products because the water is different, guys. Even the climate, clearly makes a difference, and also how and what tools you're using to even blow dry your hair. Now, I don't know if this has happened to you before. If you have curly hair, if you do, leave it in the comments and tell me. I know exactly what you mean. But haven't you ever gone to a salon and you're gonna go get washed, blow dried, and they're getting ready to start blow drying your hair, and they pick up the wrong brush? I can't be the only one that just goes, oh no, this already isn't gonna go in the right direction. It does make a difference. I cannot use a brush that doesn't have bristles because I won't have enough grip in my hair to pull the hair so that it can have the straight blow dry that I am looking for. So I can't just use any brush. This one is not a big fancy schmancy one. I picked it up at the drugstore. It's just called, I think it's called Silk Elements. Listen, the whole point is that the brush bristles are like that it's not, I need grip. Does that make sense? I just need enough grip that as I am blow drying and just turning the brush to get that the hair dried straight, or else it's gonna be a big frizz ball, and I'm not gonna, no matter, even if I use a flat iron, it's not gonna start off properly the right way. All right, so I am going to speed the rest of this up so I can talk products with you guys, okay? Just so that you can see how I am doing the rest of my hair. I remember there was a stylist I used decades ago, and great gal, loved her, had her for a long time in California, and of course not living there anymore, but she is more still to this day a friend. And I remember asking her, do I need to switch out my conditioner and like my shampoo often? And she says, or do I have to stay with it? And she says it's more important for you to find the right products for your hair after you're done washing your hair and conditioning it, and stick to those products until you find something that is working better than for you to stay with a wash and a conditioner, because your wash and conditioner may fluctuate depending on whether you're coloring your hair and you don't need any like sulfate in it, or whether you are not coloring your hair and you are relaxing your hair or perming your hair, and you have to use a shampoo and a conditioner that's going to help and keep the health of your hair because of the treatment that you're getting. So the wash and the conditioner can change throughout. Now, the one that I have been using, because I did have my hair relaxed about maybe a month ago. And so the wonderful lady that did that for me said, use this anti-frizz shampoo and anti-frizz conditioner. And it is with the Brazilian blowout kind of treatment. So love that. I leave the conditioner in about 10 to 15 minutes. I do not wash and blow dry my hair every single day, only about twice a week, sometimes even a week. I've always done it that way. It has helped the health of my hair always be healthier. Anytime I've gone to go get my hair trimmed in the past, and it's been a while, usually the stylist is very, very impressed that I don't have any split ends, because I don't use a lot of hot tools on my hair every single day. I think that makes a big difference. So the wash and the conditioner. And the other thing that I also have noticed a difference on my hair not getting real oily on the top of my head if I am going longer periods without washing it is not to condition the scalp. So like just bring the conditioner mid shaft to your hair all the way down, leave it on, rinse it off. Okay, so that's one tip. The other thing, along with the Brazilian blowout that I leave in my hair afterwards, is this one also by the same brand. And it is a spray that will allow to control the frizz again in this humidity heat here in Florida. Okay, so I use this afterwards, right before ready to style my hair. The other thing that I have used when I haven't been using these products because of the Brazilian blowout, like once it starts to kind of like run its course, I like a lot too. And it also is a fighting free frizz, anti-frizz. So this one I picked up from one of those FabFitFun boxes, and I love the smell of it, how it makes my hair smell like afterwards. That was like so amazing. But the other thing is that it really does control the heat, and it's from Amiga, smooth over frizz fighting treatment. So I will leave these products or anything that I am mentioning down below on also the description. And the other thing, guys, that I think is important, so like if you are someone that uses a lot of product in your hair, whether it's dry shampoo or oils or anything, and you start building up all that product right into your hair, the best thing to do is maybe like once a month, I guess. And guys, I'm not a hair stylist. This is just, I'm 58 years old. I mean, I've had my share of visits to the salon, and I'm speaking from just a personal experience with my texture of hair, what I've seen it do, what I've seen work. And so just want to pass this along to you. And if it does, like I always say, that makes my heart smile. So this product was another one that I was in one of my FabFitFun boxes. It's DP Hue ACV apple cider vinegar and salicylic acid, an exfoliating scalp detox. Oh my gosh, listen, it has a vinegary smell to it. So if you can get past that, and I've got hair everywhere. If you can get past the smell just for a little bit and use this, I would use it maybe after your shampoo or before. I mean, I've done both, just to see if there's been a difference. The whole point is though that it breaks down all of that product. So like, let's say if you are or have not been accustomed to washing your hair twice, which I think you should do if you do wear a lot of products in your hair, because the first time is going to break down the product, the second time is going to clean up your scalp, your hair. Kind of the same concept I've always said, like my double cleansing on your face. The first one breaks down the makeup, the second one helps break down the grime on your skin and all of the, air issues and gunk that's in the air. So this one's really good, guys. Detoxing your scalp. Never thought about it, but it makes sense. It does if you do use a lot of hair products. All right, guys, that's it. I think I kind of mentioned everything that I'm currently using or I have used. There's so many more. If you would like to see more of these hair videos and want some more information on what I usually do, my visits to the salon, leave it in the comments and I would love to answer any questions in regards to your hair issues if you're a curly hair kind of gal. All right, until next week. Catch you later.